Hello guys, my name is Bryant. It is Monday, June 30th of 2025, and today I want to present to you several pieces of information about the weather that will be impacting the United States in between now and next week and beyond. I first want to show you the temperatures here. Here we are currently warmed up right now today in the southwest here in Arizona. And then as we go for tomorrow morning into the noon, as you see here, we're going to be in the 60s and 70s in many areas of the United States. We're going to be hotter here in the southwest into Arizona, where we could see some potential low to mid 80s. While in the northwest here, the Pacific Northwest and the Rockies, we are cooler in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And as we move on later that afternoon, we're going to start warming up across the entire United States. We are going to be in the 90s down here from the southeast up to the northeast. Also, for parts of the southern plains, we're going to be in the 80s up into the central and northern plains, and we're going to be in the 100s for parts of the southwest. And as we move on into Wednesday, it's the same thing. We're in the 90s here, stretching from Texas, mid 80s up to North Dakota, even parts of Canada here. We're hitting the 90s, high 90s in the southwest. And as we move on for Thursday, again, same thing. We are very hot. But as we move into Friday, we're going to be in the 100s here for, we're going to be in the 90s, close to 100s for parts of Texas, Florida, and Georgia, Carolinas, and parts of the Southwest. And for our tropical update, guys, we do have a 20% chance of development still expected for the southeastern United States, where we could see some potential development, which could bring in a lot of messy and rainy weather into Florida. And in fact, here showing that between July 1st and July 6th, we are expecting widespread rainfall spreading across the state. We could see anywhere as high as 5 to 7 inches right here for parts of the Florida Panhandle. We are expected to see less inland, around 2 to 4 inches of rain. But you do got to be aware of the flash flood threat for this weekend here, as we're going to see widespread rainfall across parts of Florida. We're also going to see some rainfall in parts of the southwest here, New Mexico, into Arizona, because of the monsoon season. We're remaining pretty dry in California, where little to no rain will fall. So Washington State, in some areas, we're not going to be seeing much precipitation fall. In the United States, we do expect to see the most rainfall in the upcoming days here in Florida specifically. And for severe weather, we do have a very large marginal risk here, stretching from New York into Michigan all the way down to parts of Texas. We also do have a marginal risk for Tucson, Arizona, and parts of New Mexico. And we do have a marginal risk for parts of Northern California and in Southern Oregon. Our wind risk will be at around a 5%. The wind risk will be mainly 5% throughout all of the marginal areas: California/Oregon, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas, up into the northeast. Tornado threat will be basically non-existent at all. And the hail risk, we do have a 5% for parts of Texas. And for tomorrow, we do have two marginal threats from in parts of the Pacific Northwest here into Idaho, Nevada, Utah, parts of western Wyoming, near Yellowstone or over Yellowstone, and Montana. We do also have another marginal here for Nebraska and South Dakota. Rapid City is included in that risk, and we do have a very large marginal stretching from Mississippi up to Maine, and we do have a slight risk here For Washington, D.C., Baltimore, and Philadelphia, tornado risk, we have no tornado risk. The wind risk will be a 5% in the Pacific Northwest, Nebraska, and Southern and South Dakota. And we are going to be seeing from Mississippi all the way up to Maine a 5% risk. And mainly the highest wind risk is concentrated in Washington, Baltimore, and Philadelphia. And for the hail, we do have a 5% risk from Nebraska to South Dakota. So beware of the threat. And for Wednesday, the day 3, we are going to be seeing widespread thunderstorm activity, non-severe activity in the United States, widespread almost the entire country, but we do have a marginal threat stretching from Oregon into Idaho and into many parts of Montana here. We do have a 5% risk of any significant severe weather taking place. So if you are in these areas, be very careful for what's going to happen tomorrow. And that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you all have a good day. God bless you. Goodbye.